You've played the patch, so we'll get your reaction first. What is your reaction about the patch thus far?
It is great. I played 2 games so far. My second game, I just tried to run scrape the entire game. I won 71-3. So that was fabulous because I don't know if he doesn't know that the patch happened or if he was just like out there labbing trying to find a way to make it work again. But it was the mayor of Struggle City. He had no way to generate pressure. He couldn't get anything in, and I just completely worked him. Kudos to him for staying in the game, though. He stayed the entire game. He lost 71-3. I'm feeling good.
Gibbs feeling good about his game right now. I played a game before the show. I won 17-14. Felt good about offense. I actually used Tebow instead of Vic. He was a little easier to control with the left stick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
86
trying to mix it up a little bit more. Defensively, I just switched straight to the 3-3-5 odd just to test it. It's still working. It's still really, really good. So, pretty nice defense still. I still feel really good about it. Plus, you still have Big Dime to mix in. So, but what the community's saying thus far about the patch is Matthew Lee, Master Gamer, he says people can't stand heat, so they sit in man. It's still easy to beat. I don't know why people are saying man is OP. Jason Renner, does any other play exist other than 2-man under? Who has the patch notes? Man coverage is OP. Man coverage is very strong, and I don't honestly know. I didn't know anything was patched. So maybe this is the guy you played who didn't know things were patched. That's the first thing. Bringing awareness to the patch. Hey, Mike Scrape and a lot of other blitzes, of which there's a list on Twitter. I think Black Phoenix made a list of the blitzes that Rex said the patch targeted. You're going to see a lot of man coverage. We just showed you a way to beat it, and we showed you a way to then slow it down. And so you got to look out for that. The other people who chimed in, D. Jones, number 1 on Xbox, or excuse me, number 1 on PS4 leaderboard, made it to the final 4 of the Madden Challenge. He says, the patch, my number 1 thought on the patch in the last 24 hours is that people can't play defense without the scrape. So he must have been getting some wins earlier via no scrape.
He didn't rely on it. That was the guy that didn't rely on it.
Nick Lanza said, wow, a lot of people are still trying to run Mike Scrape. So
everyone I played was trying.
It's not really there for you.
Boom.
All right. This one, I'm asking for a friend. How do you get out of a losing streak as Gibbs? If you are on a losing streak, do you go back into the lab with our remote, and do you practice a new offense, an old offense? Do you change your lineup? Do you take a break? Do you play somebody you know you can beat? Do you play somebody even harder? How do you get out of a slump?
I get in the lab and I work on my defense. You thought I was going to say offense. No, I don't lab a new playbook. I don't lab a new offense. I get in and I tinker and I work on my defense and make sure I get my defense right. A great place to start is to make your opponent one-dimensional. Mm-hmm. So you want to, how can I make my run defense better? If you're struggling to stop the run, I feel like a lot of people do struggle to stop the run. In most cases, they could struggle to stop inside zones, the I-form twins formation with the fullback dive, halfback toss. So you want to focus on the fundamentals of defense, work that out, get comfortable with a blitz. Right now, people are losing their ability to blitz because of the scrape. You need to now find a new way to send and generate pressure outside of your down lineman. You're still going to go to cover 2-man on 3rd and long situations. Or if you get a lead, you go up by 14 points, you go to cover 2-man and you make your opponent work. You make them work for every single yard that they have to get. And then from there, you then eventually want to move on to offense, get into a rhythm. There's something we've said for many years now, I think literally going on 8 years. We've said every night before night, if you want to take Madden seriously, you want to become a better player, 100 user catches before bed. It doesn't have to necessarily be user catches at this point because it's a different style game than it once was. But you need to go and get 100 reps in before bed. You throw the Z-spot route 100 times to get that route and that timing down. Like you saw Skimbo use it to perfection. But the thing is, you can't go into a game, run it, and never have used it before. So you need to go and work on your timing. You need to work on the very basic fundamentals of the game. You face a zone, you're going to flood it with a corner, a flat, and a vertical. Work on those timings. Just get back to the basics of the game.
And for me, since I got the Vic, I've been on a bit of a slump, although I won my last 2, and I'm feeling better.